Hey guys, so let's go get ready to do a upper body lift at home with me, my little home gym. So today is going to be shoulders and back focus. My last upper body day was a shoulder and arm day. So let's just get ready. Let's have a little pre-workout drink. So what I've been doing lately is I just take a zero sugar vitamin water in their XXX flavor, which is delicious. And I'm adding some L-citrulline in there. Ignore the cat marks on the bag, just to get me some pump. There's not any supplement stores near me, and I've had this bag for a while, so it's just a quick, easy way so that, especially for an upper day, I can get some pump in. So I've weighed this out before, and it's a few grams worth in there. So just gonna mix that up 15 to 20 minutes before I plan to actually head up to lift. I will drink this, and the L-citrulline is really sour, so it actually makes this have a little bit more of a sour kick to it. Might want to add a little bit more liquid in there, and so that way it gets in my system, all of that good stuff. It'll help me get a really good pump. So for me, I don't do a ton of back days right now. My back has always grown really easily for me in the past, and I don't want to get my physique out of proportion for the fit model criteria. So just do back here and there. Lately I've been having a little bit of a scapula issue. Put up a photo right there of it. So I got body work done the other day, and I'm working on some other prehab and rehab exercises to try to mitigate that. But a lot of my back exercises today are going to be mid-back, not necessarily on the width, but just some of that interior density, and just making sure that I even out given all of the front of my body exercise I do, so that my body stays healthy and mobile throughout this prep and throughout life. All right, so I like to start with rear delts for me. They're a really hard spot for me to engage, so if I start with them, I can get them fired up and working, so that when I do my presses and other shoulder movements, I keep them engaged, and then I have that shoulder girdle support from having that rear delt. So I'm gonna start with some face pulls. I prefer, if anything, for rear delts, a rear delt fly, but I don't have a machine for that, so I try to make this where it feels like I'm opening those elbows to really get that full extension through. Putting on weight would help. So since I've not gotten plates yet, I just put my adjustable dumbbells on my pulley, and I go from there with that. So I like to start with sets of 20, and I'm going to get into that now. So normally in between rear delt face pulls, I alternate with V-ups, but since I've done abs the past 2 days, a little sore, and I'm doing some new breathing exercises for my back and my ribcage stuff. So I'm skipping abs today. Well, not skipping, but I'm moving them back just so that I don't overwork them. And so next what I'm gonna do is a rhomboid pull down type of ordeal. So with this, I'm gonna be using my handles again. And what I wanna think with this is imagine that you're ripping them apart. Okay, so instead of just coming down with the elbows, imagine you're driving the elbows as far apart as you can in this direction. You're making a big circle. And you'll get in that nice mid-back area and help strengthen that spot.
It's a little finicky to do since I can't get necessarily underneath them. I'm gonna have a little bit of a forward lean so that I'm in the same direction as where the pulley's coming from. So if you see this pulley when I'm down here, it's at a slight angle, so my back won't be straight up. I'll just be slightly forward so that I really can get in that area and focus those muscles well. So with these, I really don't try to push weight, especially where I am having soreness in that area. This is a pretty solid one. I really go for just contraction, nice and slow. Sometimes I don't count and I just go until I feel a really good pulse with it, and then I'm getting a good pump there. Pump as many reps through until I get probably within like 5 of failure until my last set, and then I try to push to that range. So that's my methodology with these. As you saw, it gets to be a bit of a struggle at times, but I really like these for that mid-back region. Right, so next, this is probably my favorite rowing exercise, is a head-supported single arm row. So with this, what it helps do is remove all the momentum, and so that you're not using any of that oblique. So you want to be from a dead stop. You want your head to be about even with where your hips are flat. My head will be a little up. It's just the best I can do with what you have. You have to deal with your height and the bench that you have available to you. So I'm putting my jacket here. It is 30 some degrees out and I have the door open. So we're doing this so that I don't get all the dirt onto my head. But so just simple for setup. You're gonna wanna, I like legs apart. Typically I can feel more secure. I don't want so wide that I feel like I'm in the way of the dumbbell coming up, but just enough. Get my head flat, feel my back flat, nice and even. And then that way you can just come up straight into that pocket and really get into that lat. And you engage it at its max capacity weight-wise without having any of that momentum coming into play or worrying about your midsection adding to that. So get ready to do a set here and we'll get after it. All right, so those feel good. I'm gonna push weight up a little. I'm not gonna get too greedy with this because again, a little bit of back tightness I'm dealing with, so I don't wanna push too much. Plus, I'm really not trying to grow my back at this point. So just gonna focus moderate volume, so 12 to 15 rep range, something a little bit more challenging. That was my warm-up set. So let's get after it. Let's have fun with this. All right, so next I'm gonna be doing shoulder presses. So really getting into some of the shoulder exercises now, since that's all I wanna do for back at the moment. So I'm gonna start with shoulder presses. I'm probably gonna shoot for 3 to 5 total sets. So this will be my warm up and indicator set. After that, I'll push weight a little higher, go for my max reps I can do at that weight, and then try to maintain that for 3 sets. Yeah, we'll maintain that 3 sets. If I have to do it like not a drop set, but almost like a pyramid, where if I hit 12, then 12, then 8, that would be good for me. Maintain that and then do a drop set where I either come back down to this weight or no additional weight on my adjustable dumbbells. That way I just get really good blood flow to the shoulders and maximize how much weight I'm putting on them in the load without having to do anything too crazy. So let's head in. I overshot that a bit. I'm not quite sure why, but it's okay. So the cool thing with these adjustable dumbbells is the ability to drop weight on them pretty quick. So they actually have these adder weights here that are 2.5 pounds each. So I'm gonna just drop it 5 pounds per dumbbell, slide those out, lock that back in, and then can put this back. So I'm gonna give myself like a minute to just recoup, let my body feel good. That was a bit too much load for me at the moment. So let that go back. Then we're gonna get back into our actual working sets, see what we can get on those, because that was way too heavy to do the volume I would like on it. So. kitty intermission. What? It's so pretty out. Just clear skies. It's cold, but it's not bad. Come here. All right, so plans are good and all, but they often go south. So my working sets, the weight, just even dropping it, didn't feel great. So what I decided to do was just do a drop set. So I did what I could with the 5 pounds lower on each one, then took one of the outer weights off, did however many I could do, and just went with that, just some of that volume. Shoulders just don't want to cooperate today where I did them recently. Maybe I'm not fully recovered. Maybe they're just not ready to take that weight. So next what we're going to do some lateral raises. So for these, I put in outer weights on the outside. So this is like 7.5. I like to do volume and I like to do a superset of lateral raises with front raises. So how I'm going to set up is I'm going to have my back of my knees against this and do my lateral raises that way. And then my front raises, I'll either do seated or standing. I'm not decided yet. So just getting some good blood volume in the shoulders just to finish it up. At this point, my shoulders feel nice and toasty though. So that's a good sign that workout's been going well. Gonna do that, just wrap up the day. Something not too bad, just good bit of volume, good bit of weight. Normally a back day would be longer if I was doing full back and trying to grow, but that's not my focus. So really just try and nail the shoulders, get blood into them, keep frequency up throughout the week, all that fun stuff. So that was all. I did 3 sets today of my raises alternating. So just where I did it recently, I feel already pumped out from it. So just not wanting to overdo it and make myself too sore so that I can't do another shoulder day here shortly. So that was a little bit of a almost full upper day for me. And thanks for watching, you guys. And I'll bring you along on the next one.